The boy never cried, not when they first met him, not when they signed the papers, not when they hugged him and said, "You're safe now." He watched their faces instead, the way relief softened their smiles, the way pride crept into their voices. He learned early. Humans love to feel like heroes. At home, he behaved perfectly. Too perfectly. He folded his clothes the same way every time. He memorized routines, morning footsteps, night locks, which doors creaked, which lights stayed warm longer. When the mother laughed, he tilted his head and copied the sound. When the father raised his voice, the boy lowered his eyes. Not in fear, but in calculation. At night, he didn't sleep. He listened. Walls spoke when people thought they didn't. Secrets traveled through floors. He learned who was weak, who was tired, who would never notice small changes. The family told others, "He's quiet but sweet. He's grateful. He just needs time." They never noticed the way the air felt colder when he entered a room. They never noticed how pets refused to stay near him. They never noticed how things began to break, slowly. A forgotten stove, a loose wire, a smell that vanished before anyone could name it. On the last night, the boy stood in the hallway. The house was silent, breathing, waiting. He had already decided, not out of anger, not out of hate. He simply no longer needed them. As flames crawled through the walls, alarms screamed too late. Heat swallowed memories. Pictures curled into ash. The home that made them feel good about themselves burned from the inside out. Outside, the boy watched calmly. Fire reflected in his eyes. Steady, fascinated, alive. People would call it a tragedy, an accident, bad luck. They would say, "At least the child survived." And he did, because he was never the one who needed saving. They were just a place to stay until he was done learning how humans burn.